Hello, everybody. Welcome, welcome. We are having a wonderful day today. We're having a craft event with the Wild Honey group over in Facebook, and it's a free group. So if you want to go over there and join the group, you're welcome to do that. And so it's an easy way to see all of the presenters and to watch everybody. All you have to do is refresh your screen between each presenter, so it makes it super easy to watch everybody all in one place. And so it is SpringPunk Day. So what a fun theme, you guys, right? SpringPunk. So we've had so much fun today, and everybody's been doing something different. And these kinds of events are always just so much fun, you guys. I just really enjoy something different and fun. So when you come on, say hello. Let me know you're here. Let me know where you're watching from. Hi, Estella. So let me see here. I have a couple of places I want to go ahead and share this out to as well. But everybody can see right there in the Wild Honey group, as well as you should be able to see it on my page too. And coming up after me is going to be Jan from Fine Again Finds 2. I tell you, we've got so many crafters who've had to start a page over again, right? Hi, Nicholas, Misty, Loretta, she's from Florida. Thanks for sharing me in. Appreciate it. So I tell you what, let's go ahead, and there's Tarina. Hello, how are you? You guys, this is one of those things where I should know what I'm doing, but you're not worried about it, and then all of a sudden when it's time, it's like, I hope this works out. So, we're gonna go for it though. I'm gonna move you down here to my desktop here so you can see what's going on. We're going to make a journal cover, you guys, in kind of a steampunk theme. And I thought I've been wanting to make one, so I thought this would be the perfect time to do it. Let me see. It looks like I've if I work close to me, I'm almost out of the frame. Oh my goodness. I tell you what, you guys, if anybody was on here the other day, it was like just a comedy show of trying to, my thing kept going down, 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 lower and lower, and it was just crazy. So anyway, just a silly thing. You guys, this is what I've done. And I left these because I wanted you to see how I planned this out. Okay, you can find papers that are, steampunk themed. I do not have any. I went on Canva and I searched up something, and so I put part of it on, and so I needed enough to make my covers, and this is going to be the front, so I need more so it can go over the edges. So what I did was I measured to see what this was going to be, and so I am going to have it just to where these leather binding edges are right at the outer edge. So I measured that to decide, where it was. And then I left some over here at the edge, and this is going to be the spine. And so I've got 2 of those. And I just reversed the image. I flipped it over one way because I couldn't get it fit all on one letter size piece of paper. So, sometimes you're not really sure how to use a regular size piece of paper to make something, and so that's how I did it. So the first one, I think, it looks something like this, and I ran it clear to the edge because I hoped that I could get them both on the same piece of paper. So by the time I added a block of color so that I could wrap it around the edges, I just didn't have that much. So I thought, okay, well, I'm gonna have to use a second sheet, and I'm gonna have to seam them together, and so that's what I've done here. So, you just do what you got to do, right? Adorable Things. What a cute name. You guys, and if you see anybody that you are not familiar with, go check them out. Give them a follow, because, you just never know. You might find your next favorite crafter, right? That's the only way that we find new people that we like to follow, is by checking new people out. And I never mind if you come onto my page as your page. It gives us all a chance to you know, to find other pages. You guys, as soon as I cut this little page out, I am going to have to jump up here and turn my fan on. Oh my goodness. I was in another part of the house and the air conditioner's on and it was kind of chilly in there. Not so much here. Okay, so you see, you know, and I'm just using a pair of scissors. Don't even have my paper trimmer out. Okay, there we go. Woo! Can't deal with that. What kind of weather you guys having everywhere you are? It's today, I'm not even sure what the weather is right now, you guys, but it's warm. I hopped in and went down. My great-grandson was having a soccer game. He actually had 2 of them this morning because they canceled last week. So I think we were having icky weather last week, so they canceled that one. And he's so cute. So I ran down there real quick. My husband had to work today, so I just went on down there. And the girls, my daughter and granddaughter, this was their day to sleep in, so they didn't want to get up that early. But I didn't make it to both of them. I only made it to the second one that started at 11:30. So I'm like, I can do that. I can get there by 11:30. But what's not real close either. Now, and I'm going to go ahead. Now, this is going to be our liner. Oh my goodness. I hope. If one doesn't fit, I do have another one printed over here. And what I did here, because it's SpringPunk, look what I did. I gave it some little cherry blossoms in here to give us a little hint of spring. So now this, I need to have, you know what? I kind of wish I would not have trimmed off the edges on those other ones. Shoot. Because it wouldn't have mattered. It would have given me a little bit more paper to wrap around, and I'm going to cover up the edges anyway. Shoot. Oh well. You know, that's what happens. You think you know what you're doing. Hey, there's Susan, Connie, there's Sparky, Trina, there's, let's see, who else is here? I gotta scroll back in a second. Give me just a second to trim these off. Let's see who else is here with me. So we are just gonna make the cover today, you guys, because I figured that's all the time that we're gonna have for this segment. Oh, Connie says it's raining and cool. Sparky Chris says it's beautiful in Illinois. Wonderful. Overcast in Southern California. Sunny and cool in Lower Michigan. Arkansas, it's beautiful. Wonderful. Oh, raining. Susan Buttalato, where is your rain coming from? I can't remember where you are. You guys, thank you so much for being here. Appreciate it all. Enjoy having you all. I wish you could all just come and sit around the table and we could just be here in person, right? Wouldn't that be so much fun? Okay, so now I've got 2 of these. One of them's going to be the front, one of them's going to be the back. Now, since I'm going to have to seam them together, I want to make sure that my seam from the front, I want it to go around the back. So the seam, like if you're looking at it from the front and it doesn't get quite covered fabulously, it'll be fine. Now, I think what I'm going to do on this to make sure that these get in a great place is I'm going to kind of lay these out like this. And then I'm going to pull this over. I'm just kind of doing a dry fit, so to speak. So I can see where this needs to go because I need a little bit of room in between. That's really not so bad right there. Might bump it over a tiny bit. And I think what I'll do is I'm gonna line it up here on my grid. That's kind of handy when you've got one of these grid mats and you can kind of keep things straight just by lining them up on your grid lines. So I'm going to do that. Okay, and now this needs to go a little bit over. So see what I'm doing actually is I'm lining it up so then I know exactly where my seam, where my overlap needs to go. And I need just a little bit more room right here, I think. It's hard to move the cardboard. This is a chipboard, which is a very compressed, it's like cardboard, but it's not corrugated. Okay, I think we got it. All right, so now I got to keep that there. What can I find that's kind of heavy, you guys? Okay, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to take my glue and I'm just going to run it under here and get that. If I get part of it, oh man, that was messy. I'm just going to wipe that out. It'll dry clear. So I'm just going to hold it down really tight and do this part like that. Okay, I'm just going to let that sit for 1 second and let that kind of grab hold. It'll dry really quick. Okay, so, but I've got it where it needs to be. So, woohoo! Now, since I printed this out on kind of a heavier paper, right out of my own printer, it's not cardstock. It is kind of a heavier weight paper, but because that's all that it is, I'm going to reinforce it with a piece of cardstock. So this cardstock, I'm just going to put, I don't really need it. Let me see, you guys. Let me see how much room we've got here. Oh, we have quite a bit of room to wrap over. That's excellent. Ah, I can't grab it. Okay, so let's go ahead and I'm going to use some of this kind of double-sided adhesive and put down so that we can get a really smooth application here. Okay, we're going to just get it super smooth. Oops, I got to cover my little glue bottle up. Is your covered chipboard? I don't know what you mean. Oh my goodness. Okay, well, there you go. Sometimes that happens. Let me move that up here. Good grief. You never know what's going to happen, do you? Is your covered chipboard? Is my covered chipboard? Yes. Yes, it's just going to be chipboard. And you guys, if you don't have chipboard, you could use like a couple of layers of some kind of food packaging, like you can use cereal boxes, things like pasta boxes, lots of things like that. There's many things that you can use for that kind of a cover. So because this is what's going to be right against my chipboard, or no, not my chipboard. I'm having to do another layer, you guys, because I'm afraid that this paper on its own is not going to be sturdy enough. So that's why I want to really get a good application of my piece of scrapbook paper onto this thing that we printed out. Good grief, this is using a lot, you guys. But I knew it would. So that's okay. Okay. Oh my goodness, I got it stuck to me. Okay, so let's go ahead. I have my giant old scraper here. Got this at scrapbook.com. And it's just such a great tool for getting things pressed down. So now we're just going to pull these up. And then we're going to put our scrapbook paper down. And like I said, the only reason I'm doing that is because I'm just not sure that printer paper would last very long. You know, if you're going to go to the trouble to make something, you'd like to have it last a little while, right? I do anyway. And especially something that is usable. Oh, I wonder why that's... Look how dirty that is, you guys. That's crazy. Oh, I probably should quit saying that. You know, they'll the FB police will get me. All right, one more. Okay, there we go. Got something going on over here. Maybe I tore a layer of my paper. Okay, so now I'm just going to lay this down here. I don't need to even go all the way to the edge because it's going to wrap around. Okay. And we'll just go ahead and cut this off. Actually, I should have just gone ahead and gone to the edge because it's to the edge on this side. But that's okay. All right, so now we've got that down. And now, and oh my goodness, that is so much more sturdy, you guys. That's going to be great. So now I'm going to go ahead and put some more down here. I'm not going to do this so much like the paper because it's going to stick. I'm not going to run it all the way down. I mean, not just next to each other, except I should have been putting it out here to the edge. Kiss a frog kiss a frog crafts. That's cute. That's very cute. All right. Yes, you want to build it to last, right? I totally agree. And actually, I'm just going to go ahead and I will put this all the way down here. I wish I would have done the other side. One more. After this project, I'll have to get some more. That's okay. That is just fine. Okay. All right. Yeah, I should have gone to the edges with this, you guys. Like I said, you know what you're doing, and then all of a sudden you get in front of people and it's like, wait, why did I do that? Who knows, right? Who knows? Hey there, Jan. How are you? Jan's going to be up after me. So we are just going to pull these things off. Got like a whole pile of these liner strips over here. All right. Okay, so now then I need to, now this is going to be kind of hard, you guys, because now I can't see. Now I can't see where it needs to go. Okay, this was a great idea till it wasn't. Okay, maybe I can kind of, you know what, you guys? I'm going to smear a whole bunch of glue on here because this will help me have just a little bit more wiggle room time. So let's do that. And now I need to, I think right here. This is hard doing it backwards, you guys, and you can't see through it. Okay, so it needs to go right about there. So I'm just gonna line it up now and hope that lines up the way it should. Well, that seems crooked. You guys, it's just gonna be what it's gonna be. Holy cow. Okay. All right, well, it is what it is. Well, actually, that's not even gonna be the front. The front has to be on this side. You know, you guys, this is so much easier if you are trying to do it Actually, hang on a second. Let me see if I can see it. There. It's so much easier if you've got something that doesn't have a real, if it's just an overall print. Let me just move this down. Well, okay. Okay, it is what it is. Hopefully we'll be happy with it. And then we're just going to go ahead and put some glue in here. This is going to be the spine. And that is too close. Oh my word. Oh my goodness. Okay. Quick, remove that. We are going to have to cut this. And who knows how straight this is going to be. This is truly crafting on the fly and trying to fix mistakes. Okay, I think that'll work. We're going to have some more glue. We always laugh all the time about me fixing mistakes on the fly. There you go. There's an example. Oh my goodness. Oh, thanks, Connie. Oh my goodness. And Connecticut is... So you having perfect weather in Connecticut? Plan B. No kidding, Jan. Okay. There we go. Get it a little straight. Okay, there we go. Now then, on these, we need to... I need to get out my little knifey thing here. Now on these, we're gonna kind of miter the corners some. So let's take out the bulk. So we're just gonna go around the corners and trim that off some. And last but not least, right. Okay. Oh, thank you. Oh, the work looks perfect. Oh, thank you. I thought, oh, maybe she's talking about her weather. Okay, you guys, now this got a little bit, you know, it is almost, with that additional piece of the printed scrapbook paper, it's almost too thick now. But I tell you what, I just didn't want to do it and just have it with the printer paper. Even with a heavier printer paper, I just didn't think that was going to work well. Okay. And this, we're going to have to give this a little help here. Okay, so now let's put a little glue along here. So all you have to do is just, you know, take your paper and when you stand it up, you basically are kind of starting to train it to go that direction, right? Look, it's probably a good thing those weren't glued completely together because it gives them a little bit more room as they go across here. Where's my great big spatula? They're not wanting to bend like they should. Okay. Might have to add a little bit more glue, but the our liner paper should cover this, hopefully. I don't know though, you guys. That's a good question. We might have to seam together part of our liner paper. I don't know. I don't know yet. I couldn't tell from the plan. I don't usually use this many pieces of paper. I usually have something, you know, like, I tell you what, a piece of printed scrapbook paper is usually plenty sturdy for a nice little book. Now, I'm not going to put a coating on this, but I do want to put something because I still think that that printer paper, I'm still concerned about how that is going to hold up. And so what I want to do is I am going to spray a sealer over it. And I am out. The last time I tried to use some of my sealer, the nozzle wouldn't work anymore, and I tried to you know, change that out, and I just had no luck at all. So that's what I'm gonna have to do, is get a new can of sealer, and then I can just spray it. And I can't tell you what kind it is. I do not remember, so I've got to even figure that out before I can do it. And this is really good thing this part isn't going to show because it's very crooked. Okay, so we'll just press that over. Man, I got glue. I got dried up glue on my fingers now. Press this down a little bit. It's like having an extra hand. Boy, that's not wanting to go down. This thing's giving me all kinds of fits, you guys. Hi, Deborah. Oh my goodness. And if you've popped on and I haven't seen you and said hello, I'm so grateful to have you here with us, and I hope you're enjoying the event today. And it runs tomorrow too. I believe it starts at 10 tomorrow morning, 10 Central, so that would be 11. Oh, I can check right here. No, 10 Eastern. So 10 Eastern, it starts tomorrow. And Stephanie with Honey and Bear Create, she's going to kick off the day tomorrow. You know what? Let's do this. Oh, it finally feels like it's starting to stick. Okay. I think it was pulling enough because there was so much paper there. It's having a hard time grabbing and holding. I like to use reptile glue, and it really was designed, I think, for tile work, you guys. It's a great glue. I don't know who decided that they could use it for crafty things, but it works great for paper crafting. And, you know, because it's a liquid glue, it gives you just a minute to, you know, kind of move things into place. But it doesn't have a long time before it, you know, it's stuck. So that's kind of nice too. I like that about it. So it comes in much bigger bottles than this, and I just take them and I put them in these tiny little needle nose applicator bottles that I have gotten off of Amazon. And so it works great. The worst glue you got on your fingers and hands was Aleene's Fabric Fusion. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Took you forever to get it off, huh? You know, I had a bunch of paint and stuff on me the other day, and not long ago. And the one thing that I found out, no, I didn't get this one quite. Let me see if I can kind of fix that. It's not closed really good. Oh my, it's not closed. It's not wrapped tight at all. Okay. Okay, redo. Anyway, I had a bunch of paint and stuff on my fingers, and I was standing at the sink, and all of a sudden I grabbed up, there's this, my daughter had grown loofah squash, and so she'd made a whole bunch of things, and we had a little slice of it that is at the kitchen sink. And so I grabbed that thing and just kind of started, you know, scrubbing. Oh my goodness, that paint just came off in nothing flat. And I thought, that's so funny. I don't know why we don't think about the simplest things sometimes. Hey Carol, how are you? Okay. Phew. Next step. Oh my goodness, you guys. Okay, now then. Okay, now that it's folded over, let's see how close it was to the little, well, that's not too bad. I really wanted the little leather binding to be around the edges. That's not too bad. If we don't point it out to people and tell them that's not where we wanted it, they'll, oh, actually, this is the front. Because here's the back of the seam right here. So the seam, so this part I wanted to be smoothed out. Nice. Actually, it almost looks like I've got it upside down. Can it be upside down with SpringPunk? Oh, you guys. Well, I don't really like it. Well, all of a sudden now the seam might be facing the front part. I don't like it the other way. I want it to be like this. Well, when I put some, I'll put some glue down and help really seal it, and I think it'll be fine. Okay, let's see. Is this gonna cover? Oh my goodness. It'll work. It will work, you guys. Woohoo! Now I just need to get let me get a paper trimmer out. Let me see. Oh, I can't believe it. Woohoo! Something's gonna work right. I love it. Anything goes with SpringPunk. I think it'll be fine. Let's see. So we need about, I could probably do, I know I've got some places that are gonna, I actually think I might try to do the whole 7 inches. Let's go with 7 inches. And that way we'll get a nice coverage on that. So I'm going to cut this way and have more of my flowers. How's that for springy? I put some cherry blossoms in here for us. How's that for SpringPunk? It is SpringPunk. Okay. Well, my corners have a little bit showing, and that could have been fixed, but we didn't catch that in time. And you've got, you know, you have a couple of ways you can do this. You can either, you know, go ahead and put more of this on here, or you can just simply, you know, glue it down. I think I'm just gonna glue the liner sheet in. Actually, you know, I tell you what, I think I'm going to go ahead and I'm gonna put a piece of this in here, because this probably needs a little bit more stability in here where it's gonna have the little grooves and fold, right? So let's go ahead and put a little bit more right there. You know what I thought of that would make a great liner? If your paper was too thin and you wanted to add a little bit of something, you know what would work really great is that Tyvek. Like, you know those kind of envelopes that they have that's kind of an overnight thing or something, and they've got those Tyvek envelopes. Oh my goodness, that kind of material would be absolutely perfect to use for a liner for your journal, because it's so sturdy. And sometimes I, you know, keep some of those on hand in case I need to do a mailing. And do you think I had any since I thought that was a great idea? Of course not. Not a single one. So I was kind of irritated. Okay, let's go ahead. You can also use Fabri-Tac if you want to. My Fabri-Tac is so thick and gooey. I need a new one. It's really hard to get out. So unless I am using just the tiniest amount, I don't like using it. You know what, you guys? I am going to put some of this down. We'll just make it easier to adhere. Let's do it. Let's just do it. I mean, who doesn't want easy on there. Getting the stuff glued down, right? Now this is gonna, I need to clip that off a little bit or it's gonna stick out and stick on everything else. And I'm not so worried about the inside because, you know, the inside, it's really not gonna go anywhere, right? How are we doing on time? We're doing pretty good for time. Let's go ahead and smear it down. I do not know what I've got that is so, it's like I've got black paint or, oh my goodness, look at that. What in the world? I don't know what that's from. All of a sudden it's just like coming out from the tape. That's so weird. Okay, I have no clue what that is from. Is it like that when we look at it? No. That's very strange. Okay, and then let's go ahead and put one on the edge. Can't imagine what that is. Unless it's, you know, unless it's on my hands. Nope. I was gonna say maybe it was that dark ink from the front. Okay, you guys. How many of you have made some kind of a steampunk project? I'm just curious. Okay, so I'm gonna lift these off and then that's so weird. Very strange. Well, at least it's not gonna show. That is what I'm gonna say. Oh, okay, so that's your first one today. Sue Blaylock says she has not. Okay, so we're just gonna put a little bit, we're just gonna put it everywhere now because we do want it to stick everywhere. I tell you, it's kind of funny trying to, you know, make the papers myself and do it. Boy, that was kind of, that was not that easy. All right. So let's go ahead. Let me see. Did we decide that it was a front? We'll just go ahead and use this as the front. Oh my goodness. I almost stuck it on here. I'm special. I'm so special. Oh, so special. Okay. Now, kind of get that straight, hopefully. And then just press it down. Ta-da! Look at that, you guys. Oh, I love it. I love that. Look at a dog over here. It's too big to get through. You guys, when we moved in, the people who'd lived here before had a tiny dog, and they have things cut in the doors. There's a couple of doors that there's actually a hole in the corner of the door at the bottom so the tiny dog could go through. You can shut the door, but the tiny dog can come back and forth. So now I've got a big dog who can't, he knows I'm in here and he wants to come in. It's my granddaughter's dog. The one of the little dogs has come through and he's just standing on this side, like kind of turned around like, you can't get through. Like, what a stinker. Okay, now we're gonna bend it. We're gonna give it its little shape now. Let's go ahead and kind of press it down in there. And so this will press right into that adhesive tape that we put down. So that's a good thing. And where's the other one? Here's this one. So we're just going to get that all pressed in. And now we are going to real quickly, I'm going to make this to where we can have Yeah, see, as soon as that is glued down, that'll be fine. Or we can do it like this. No, I just don't like that. I don't like that as the front. It seems backwards. Yep, I'm just going to do that and live with this. As soon as that's glued down, it will be fine. Okay, so now then we need to string our stuff in here. This will be like for a slip spine. So we can put a couple of like traveler's notebooks in here. So I am going to punch a couple of holes in here next to each other. So there's one, and here's another. And I try to get them, you know, pretty straight from each other. They're not. Those are a little, they're not exactly even, but it's okay. I can live with it. And then two more. Now these are kind of large. You don't have to do these. These are like 3/16 inch eyelets, but I liked the color that I had of the eyelet. Get out there. I want to be able to see through. You guys, if you don't have a crocodile, if you ever get a chance to get one on sale or use a coupon or something, I tell you what, I think they are one of the best crafty things ever. They will punch through several layers of stuff at a time, and I just think they're fabulous. They'll, you know, punch through leather, they will punch through chipboard, all kinds of stuff. So now I'm just going to put this eyelet in here from this side. I already have my my things dialed down for the size I need, and so the little part that comes down, you put that through the front part here of your eyelet. And then you just give it a little squeeze, and that's it. In the olden days, when we would go to a crop or something, you could hear people banging and hammering on tables to set eyelets or whatever. And not anymore. Okay, so these are plenty big. I could have used the smaller size, but, you know, but I didn't. Okay, and then the last two, and then we're going to run a little bit of elastic through here so that we could put a little journal in. And then we will have our SpringPunk journal, you guys. Okay, here we go. So all we need to do, and you know what, since it's already on here, I don't need to cut it off because I can just, you know, work with it as it is. What I'm going to do is I'm going to start it in one hole, and I'm going to put it through the back, and now I'm just going to feed it right through that other hole, okay? And then we're going to go down along here. See, these are way too big for this elastic, but it's okay. I could use a different kind, a much thicker cord or something. And then we can just trim this off. And then we're just going to pull it taut and then just tie a little knot here. Just give it a little tie. You just, you know, it's going to spring into action, and it's going to, you can slide in your little journals. So you just need to make it kind of tight. And, you know, this stuff is not, I tell you. Okay, there. I think that's enough. There. And you can trim these off. I might retie it, so I think I'll just wait. Just kind of tuck it around there. And so you just take your paper. You've got your journals. Let's say, here's a couple of pieces of paper. Let's see, here's our journals, and we've got our little signature things. And then all you do is you just slide it in here through the center, and then you've got your little journal there. And I'll be able to make whatever size little traveler's notebooks that I want to be able to fit in here. Ta-da! We did it, you guys. We overcame all of the obstacles and we got it done. So I hope you like that. And Yeah, I tell you what, if you just use regular kinds of papers, it's not nearly as crazy as this. I hope you like that. Phew. The second time. You know what? This is so funny. Sandy, I think I got to thinking about it and I thought, because I'd already decided I was going to do this, and then I thought, isn't this the same kind of thing that I did the last time when we had leather and lace and I made one? It was. I got to thinking about it and I thought, it really is. It certainly is. But you know, it'll be different. It'll be all different. And we'll have a SpringPunk one. You guys, so I hope that you will join us for the rest of the event. We still have people coming on. Our last person today starts at, she's going to start at 9 Central, so 10 o'clock Central, Eastern, and so we go that far. So following me right now is going to be Jan from Fine Again Finds, and let's go over and see what she's up to. Have fun, you guys, and be creative. And you remember, when you say My Artful Adventures, you're talking about your adventures. See you soon. Bye-bye, everybody.